Alright guys, and welcome back to Him with a Beard. This video isn't a normal video at all. This is a new idea that I'm going to go with, and this will be the first one of it. Let me just explain a wee bit, okay? Lads, I've been going through your footage and I don't want to do another Emerald Armada live video. Are you okay with that?
Fair enough.
I've got another idea. So do you want to head over?
Sounds good. See you soon.
Alright lad. Yeah. I love Belfast, I love Northern Ireland, but what I love more is the stories of people who try and contribute something to Belfast and not just the stuff that we always hear. Now I know it's cheesy and there's a lot of people doing things positive for Belfast, but I thought I would just throw my 2p's worth in and share stories of people that I know and people that inspire me. That's kind of the idea of what I want to go with. I'm going to release one of these once a month. I'm going to call it something like Made It or Making It or something along those lines. It'll probably have a nice wee jingle like this. Let me know what you think. It's a work in progress, but essentially I wanted to get the ball rolling with it, and I couldn't pick a better person than who I've picked. So this is my friend Neil. He is the lead singer and guitarist for a band Emerald Armada, and he is also a tour manager. He looks after his own acts, plus whenever bigger acts come into Belfast, they're gigging in Northern Ireland, he looks after them. He asked me to go along and film one of their big Paddy's Day shows. These things are massive. You get loads of people going to them. They're one of the sort of highlights of Paddy's Day in Belfast. So he asked me to go along and film a bit of footage for it, and then while I was there, then I kind of got the idea for what I'm doing right now. You see, Neil works really hard at what he does, and I thought I would maybe let him share a bit about what he actually does. So what we did is, I went and met him the other day. We went out for a wee bit of lunch, and then I let him explain about what that actual gig is. So I decided just to meet up with him, but this is Neil. If you don't know him, you've seen him in other videos. We're gonna grab some food real quick, and then touch with your hands up, warmth of the forest, and feel with your skin as the sun beats down on us, and jump to the sea with your heart on your sleeve.
That show was the Emerald Armada's Paddy's Day show. That's our annual thing that grew from nothing to this beast. But the thing with that is, the bigger it gets, the more responsibility there is, and the more you want to make it better. And like, a show's a show, like I said, so going to see a band live is always going to see a band live. But what makes that show, special? What's that next thing? What's that extra? Like what leaves the punter coming out being like, what the flip was that? That was unbelievable. Did you see that? So, but to do it, there's a lot of work, man. You gotta think outside the box, and I'm all about community. So the things you're talking about are local guys getting in contact with us, or vice versa, that we want to showcase what they do, how they do it. Like, we had the mini market at that show.
Yeah, because there was like Guilt Trip, local place, there was the t-shirt place, local place. There's a couple of others. Like
OI hats. We're there.
Outside in,
But outside in, and then we're also meant to have the bearded candle makers as well. But like, the reason we had them, Guilt Trip, because Ben, the guy that runs Guilt Trip, obviously was in the Emerald Armada. But all those other guys also do really good community-based work. Not only are they local, outside in hats, when you buy a hat, they give you another one to give to a homeless person. They challenge you to give it to a homeless person. Unbelievable. From Home give 15% of their profits to help musicians, which is a charity based, it's now an office based in NI, and they are huge advocates and huge helpers in the infrastructure of like helping mental health, particularly in the music industry, which is crazy. So everybody does something else. It's not just these guys are class and they're local, which is amazing in the first place, but they all give back in some way. And that's what it's about, It's, although we may be music and they may be business, or well, not business, but they're creative in some way or another, that's still a creative community, and that's what it's about, that hub.
But in typical Neil fashion, it's always a magical mystery tour. The guy knows everybody. So after we had lunch, we went, and he said, I know someone who can get us into City Hall. So we went in there, and then I got him to explain about Four Acre music, the other thing that he does, and what he does on kind of a day-to-day. Full disclosure, I've actually known Neil like for years, and there's probably even cooler story how he met me first. He's going to try and sneak us into the town hall here, and we'll see how we go.
Hey, do you mind if we jump upstairs 2 seconds in the big room, just a wee film thing? Awesome, thank you. Another room up here. It has like the office chairs and stuff. We all drink like a 12-pack of Smithwick's in it.
Check this place out. Like this, how grand's this? I was like, do you want to go for a coffee, dude? But in typical Neil fashion, no, I know this here, girl. Should get us into like the town hall. Check this out.
Yes, I know you're hell-bent on your own. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know it again. It's different when you're young, you're hard and wild and living like you never will.
There you go. Never even been in here. Driven past this place maybe what? 10,000 times? Easy. Never been in here once. Have we coffee with Neil? Come on, we'll just go in. I'll just get us in. There you go. But anyway, let's go.
This is called 4 Acre Music. We wanted it to be music based in some description, but didn't quite know how it was going to fit in yet. But my day to day with that, I look after three artists. So a lot of emails. Get up, stick on a pot of tea, and just get cracking with emails. Always chasing up opportunities. What's the next gig? What's the next plan? What's the next release schedule? And times that by 3 people across, different time spans, different career levels, all sorts of stuff. And then also you have your family life. So I have my wife, and she's a translator. We both work from home, which is nice, and we share an office. So it's like, it would be definitely much harder to go out on the road and come back. And if she was in a 9 to 5, you wouldn't get to see her half the time, and that would be a nightmare. But yeah, so it's just it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't work in the business, because it sounds like it's not a lot of work, right? Yeah, it's like my job is funny because it's a lot of prep. Always, you're always hunting, you're always checking. But when something happens, you need to go to like 0 to 100 in 2 seconds, and then you might have a really, really super busy day where not only are you say looking after someone else's artist, but your own artist has a single launch that day, and now you're getting all these radio calls for interviews, and you have emails need responded immediately because some guy in Germany is looking to get your act over for the next summer and all this sort of stuff. So it's always thinking ahead, and it's always trying to find the right path for your guys. But you can't plan it all. It's like plan 80%, 20% is just going to be left up to chance. Just hope for the best.
Yeah. Now, I know I was there to film for the Emerald Armada, so I'm not discrediting any of the other guys that are in the Emerald Armada. Each of them on their own right are super talented, nice guys. I mean, Gary, he has been a friend of my wife since probably like his first year in primary school right through to high school. He's a lovely guy, awesome singer, amazing bass player, an all-round just gentleman. Tony McHugh, who in my opinion is probably one of the best guitarists I've ever seen play in front of me. I'll leave a link for one of his solo things that he's done. He's unreal, like absolutely mad. Dave Jackson, who sings, he has been on The Voice. He got through to the live finals. He's done some amazing things, and he gigs week in, week out in Belfast, and can turn like a cover set into a gig and gets everybody singing. Like, he is amazing, absolutely unreal guy, and he's a good friend of mine too. So there's also a guy called Darmy who plays the drums. He wasn't there. He was getting stood in by another guy who was playing the drums that night, so that's why he's not in this video. But yes, there's a lot of hard work goes into these gigs, so I got Neil to explain a wee bit about where it sort of comes from, or the work involved, and then I'll explain what I seen after.
So we started practicing for the Paddy's Day show specifically in January, right? So that's 3 months of practice, once a week, and then we step it up today. But Paddy's Day has been in plan from, so it was March was the last, May the year before. It's find the right venue, getting the right promoter, if you're using a promoter at all. What's the merchandise, what's the poster going to look like, who's going to do the poster. I'm a big believer in good artwork is amazing. So we use Ben Connolly from Angel Anchor for everything, pretty much exclusively for the last like 5-6 years. But it all takes time, everything takes time, so I just like to be prepared. So all the guys know what's happening and we get all the back end stuff right, and then once we start practicing, that's the fun time, you know, we get to just, so start practicing in January, February, March comes, we step it up, then we talk about, you know, we obviously have our sound engineer and our lighting engineer, and what about the backdrops? So we're going to do backdrops, we built them all by hand. So it's a lot of work, like, that's where it starts months and months in advance. For like, when you think about it, for 50 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Off crack. And then there's the next one. This one's happening, and the next one's already on the books, already getting worked out. Everything's already out, so it's good. Like, it's good.
Everything Hegan said there, I can back up 100%. I went to watch them actually practice at the very start. Watched him like facilitate that whole thing, seen the effort the guys were putting in. Now, on the day of the gig, I arrived in the afternoon. He organised a live radio interview. He then organised a live session for like a local gigging page. And he was even like taking food orders. Like, this guy set his guitar down at the end of the gig, went out, mingled with everyone like he had all the time in the world for them, thanked everybody. He then went to the back and started selling merch. From the minute he got there, he was hustling just constantly, and I totally respect that. But again, he's doing that to put on a night in Belfast, something that people can go to and enjoy, and that's what I love about it. So Neil, thank you very much for taking the time out to actually talk to me. It's always, he knows it's always good to hang out with him anyway, but yeah, thanks very much, man. And do go and check him out. If there's any information or anything that you would like to know about what he does or how to get into what he does, or even any help or advice at getting set up on gigs, I'll leave his contact below. He's a really nice guy, and he's all the time in the world for anybody to give them good advice, so go and check him out. That is going to be the end of this. It will probably be a work in progress. I'll probably get out of this really echoey room or sort it out because it really frustrates me. Probably work on the intro bit a wee bit more, but this is the idea of what I have going forward. Once a month I'm going to upload a video sharing a story of someone who is inspiring and adds or contributes something great to where we're from. How did it go? Alright, let me know your thoughts anyway. I will catch you all next week for a normal upload, and then I'll catch you all next month for this. So, bye!
If I have to go, I'll go singing the song that I know.
If you want to hang around after this, Neil actually told a story about how I met him. It's super embarrassing and it makes me look like a complete shit, but he'll share it here anyway, I'm sure. It's great, it's brilliant. Thanks very much, guys, bye!
So, while Sparky's driving, do they know you as Sparky? Right, so that's the first thing. So, Mark's called Sparky. Don't know how, don't know why, but that's just the way it is, and that's all I have to say about that. So, I first met Sparky. It was like one of those battle of the bands sort of things. And I can't remember, I don't know if it was in a church hall. There was a place in ours that used to be called the Warehouse. You remember the Warehouse?
Yeah.
If you ever did like a band growing up, you'll know who the Warehouse is. And he walks in the door with his brother, his twin. And I was like 16 at the time, so you must have been like 42 then. like Spiky when he had black hair at the time. And like, these guys are the coolest two friggin' dudes I've ever seen. And they were in a band called Anti-Sam, which were great back in the day. So I first met him there, I think my goodness, class. Started chatting away. I was 16, so was probably this annoying little child of Sparky at that time. He was 21. And then like years later, I think it was actually through Gaz and Lindsay that we would like hang out a little bit more. But that's where it was before we even worked together, before that. And I was telling Sparky, I was like, oh well, how are you and all? He's looking at me as if it's 6 heads. So he's a dick. And I just can't shake him. That's how it goes. I can't believe it. I remember him so vividly, like so vividly. There you go. And that's how I met Sparky. And he didn't meet me. Enjoy yourself. See you later.